Welcome back to Houston Life. All month long, KPRC2 Community is highlighting David's Legacy Foundation and their efforts to help keep kids safe from bullies.
And bullying, of course, is something that does not stop outside the classroom. And if you are on social media, we all know bullies come in all forms and at all ages as well. Rania Mankarious, author, podcaster, and CEO of Crime Stoppers of Houston, is joining us now with more on how parents and caretakers can help their kids navigate bullying, and also to highlight some of the resources out there available to help. And Rania, I mean, it is so true about bullies being everywhere. I guess when I was younger, I thought, I can't wait to get out of school so I can go home to the nest. But it doesn't matter what age you are, bullies are everywhere.
Do you spend 30 seconds on X, Twitter? Like I always say, it's the place now where adults graduate and go to bully each other because it's just so mean all the time.
Even Instagram and Facebook too.
It really is. And so the best thing, David's legacy, obviously, we hate the fact that these things have to be born. David's legacy came after the loss of David, but his parents have done an incredible thing and provided an incredible service, because the schools, for the longest time, dealt with bullying if it happened on the school bus, in the classroom, outside on the recess. But now it's changed because bullying is prevalent on social media and in the cyber world, and David's legacy extended the umbrella so that it captures that. And that's really important because times have changed and bullying is everywhere, especially online.
Right. And for anyone who's interested on David's legacy, we have more information online, so you can really dive into that story and how important and really how this foundation evolved from that story. Rania, kids sometimes get bullied and their parents don't even know about it.
Yeah.
Can we talk about maybe how to spot the signs?
Yeah, so 1 in 5 kids say that they're either a victim of bullying and see it. Only 46% will report it to their parents. So we want parents to be mindful that this happens. We want to watch your children. What behavioral changes? Are they on their phone too much? Are they maybe putting their phone away? Are their friendship groups changing? Grades changing? Academics and the interest in athletics and other areas? Do you just see a general change in your child? Now let's remember, a lot of times this is going on while your child's naturally changing, hormones and body development. So we've got to be really sensitive to the changes that are going on. This is why I also say in Crime Stoppers, we're very big on start talking to your kids young. If you have a 4 or 5-year-old and say 6-year-old preschool, early elementary, and say, well, we're not there yet. No, actually, you are there. You start saying, look, one day kids might be mean at school. How are we going to handle it? What's your role? Or you may be upset at home and feel like you're going to take it out on somebody else. Well, what does our family think about that? You've got to lay the foundation early so that your kid feels comfortable talking to you about it later on.
That is such a great point. What about on the other side of the coin, Rania? What do you do if you think your child might be the bully?
Good question. Really good question.
And it's an important one because we're all dealing with so many stressors, all of us. And a lot of us have kids that internalize that and can't really deal with it themselves, so they take it out on others. If you're starting the conversation early, in this house we don't do that, or this is why this is bad. You have opened a pathway to maybe talk to your child, but then you also add this. If we see that this is happening, maybe you're an instigator, we're gonna actually take it seriously. We're gonna join the other parents who say don't bully. We're gonna support the school in their effort to find, we're not going to cover this action up for you. We don't support it, we don't want you to do it, and we want you to get the help you need, because a lot of times the bully is actually dealing with a tremendous amount on their own, and they don't know how to navigate through it.
Absolutely, like a learned behavior. And also the kid in between, because I find a lot of parents say, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to, my kid, I don't have to worry about him, they're strong, but they have an opportunity to stick up for the little guy, and I think that's really important too.
Yeah, and David's story, Maureen talks about it a lot, and we talk about it at Crime Stoppers. Look, who's gonna stand up and be a disruptor? Who's going to disrupt the pattern and say, this is wrong, I don't like it? Or maybe, if you don't feel like you have the confidence to go on social media and say, stop bullying, or maybe you can send the child being bullied a private message that says, look, I see what's going on. It's wrong. And if you need a friend, call me. What can I do to support you? We talk about this in schools a lot, and we give examples of celebrities who don't mind standing up and being disruptors. And the kids will say, well, they're celebrities. You guys can say whatever you want. You're very powerful people. It's hard for us to be a disruptor in real time, but it's really not. Everybody can be kind. Everybody can lend a hand. Everybody could say, look, let me support you one way or the other, because kids need it desperately today.
And what's that old saying? If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Absolutely.
And I think even if you're not the initial bully posting a bullying post, if you are one of the children liking that, commenting
Absolutely.
it, you're an accomplice. You're part of that bullying process.
It's such an important statement, because we talk about the participant, the person who is the bully, but then we talk about the enabler, the person that likes the post, claps at it, shares it, laughs at it. You know, comments like, I agree. You're enabling the behavior. You're part of the problem. So we want to we want to raise disruptors, people who say, you know what, it's not funny.
Okay.
And I want to support the person being bullied.
Absolutely. We're running out of time. This is a subject that deserves so much more time, but is there any final advice you have for parents?
Listen, it's important to know your school's policy. Be ready, if you're in a situation, to be the parent to the child that's being bullied or the bully, to be the investigator, to do the research, to know what's going on, to get all the data, and to be the advocate, to say, I'm willing to do what it takes to protect my child while keeping them comfortable through the process. We have to wear many hats, but we do it for the sake of our children. We know kids are killing themselves at this point because of the level of victimization. We don't want that to happen. And Crime Stoppers has free resources. So does David's Legacy Foundation. They're all online.
And David's Law is so critical because that extends to cyberbullying in addition to school districts' bullying policies. Rania Mankarious, thank you so much for stopping by. CEO of Crime Stoppers Houston, author, podcaster as well. And for access to more resources to help your child navigate bullying, you can visit our website, clicktohouston.com/community.